My name is Arya, and this training of the Sexual Initiatress is for you if you feel ready to really dive into your sexuality or to start unlocking your sexual side. You might have done a lot of workshops and training already when it comes to personal development or to spiritual development, and sexuality has been this topic that you never really dove in deeply. Maybe it's been this huge wall that you weren't ready yet before, or you just didn't really know how to start. You might have this idea that a lot of women experience pleasure and joy and intimacy in the bedroom in a way that you somehow don't have access to. Well, in this training, this is exactly what we are focusing on. And I believe that so many women have not received a proper education when it comes to sexuality. So many women are not fully in touch with our bodies, with our feminine side, because of the masculine environment, the masculine work environment that many of us are in. So if you notice that during the day you're a lot in your head and you maybe put a lot of your time and focus on your work and on your career, and you're missing that aspect of dropping into yourself, dropping into your femininity, dropping into your pleasure, which is much more than just what we can experience in the bedroom. This training is an invitation for you if you really feel I am ready. You might experience sometimes that lovemaking is just not as satisfying. Maybe you find it painful sometimes. Maybe you find it frustrating because you have this feeling that you're taking too long. Or there's these insecurities about certain body parts that just keep you in your head and don't allow you to fully surrender, to let go, to enjoy, to worry about all the little things that are going on, and experience lovemaking as something that feels connecting, that feels intimate, that even feels sacred. And that is what my work is all about, to invite women to invite women into a different space where we can experience lovemaking in such a different way than what we've been taught growing up. We haven't received a healthy education when it comes to how to make love in a way that's not only super pleasurable for the feminine body and for the masculine body, but also in a way that it's intimate. It's making love. It's not just having sex. And you might even notice that up until now, you have placed that responsibility of your pleasure or your enjoyment into the hands of a partner. It's like they don't know how to pleasure me, or they're not conscious enough, they're not tantric enough, they don't know what to do. But what about taking that responsibility of your pleasure into your own hands so that you know what turns you on, so that you know the secret spots inside of your body, so that you understand what you need in order to have a pleasurable experience. And these are the type of tools that you're going to receive in this training. The way that I see it when it comes to sexuality is I'm using this metaphor of having a tool, and your body is actually this tool. And up until right now, you've used this tool, but you didn't really know how to use it properly. So maybe, you took a hammer and you had it the other way around and you tried to put in that nail, and somehow there was effort and it didn't really go smooth. And now somebody shows you that actually you need to flip the hammer around and then the nail slides in very smoothly. This is exactly how it works when it comes to sexuality. I'm going to show you ways how you can use your body as a tool in order to experience sex in such a different way. And once you know how to use your body, once you understand more about female anatomy, about your level of arousal, because every woman experiences it differently. Every woman has a different sexual archetype. So this is all about you understanding yours, you understanding how your libido works, you understanding what your type of arousal is, you understanding when your body opens and what you need for that. So I'm showing you how to use this tool, your body, And after you know that, it will never go back to the way it was. So this is literally shifting the way that you relate to sexuality for the rest of your life. This is really the impact of this training, is shifting your sexuality for the rest of your life. Because once somebody showed you how to use a tool in one way, you'll never go back to doing it the old way, because you know that doesn't work. That didn't work for you. So once you know how to like hammer the nail into the wall, like using the correct end, you're not going back and do it the other way around, because like that doesn't make sense. And so it is true with the information that you get for this training. It's meant to set you up to shift the way that you relate to sexuality, to understand its sacredness of it, to understand the beauty of it, to understand your sexual potential, and also to have very practical tools so that you know what to do, so that you understand your body on such a more intimate level. And this is the beauty of this training, where on one hand you'll be working with a masculine side of you that will have the tools and the practices, and then that masculine side of you that you might use for your work and your career can then hold your feminine, and you can fully drop into the feminine and into feeling, into receiving. It's your masculine is going to hold space for your feminine, so you can really drop in and experience how much pleasure and how much depth your body can give you. So whether you are completely new, you've never heard anything about Tantra, about sexuality, or whether you've already experienced, whether you already built some experience, this training is going to take you deeper from where you are at, because it has a personal and a holistic approach. It's not a training that you buy and you have to do it on your own time. It's live. We're there together. You have the support of an amazing group of women doing this with you, and the power of transformation is so strong when it's done in a group. I don't believe that any woman can properly transform and unlock her sexuality fully if it's not with the power and the support of other women doing this together. So that's the beauty of this program, is that you're not going to do it alone. And this is my invitation. If this feels like, yes, Aria, I want to unlock my sexuality, I want to understand how my body works, I'm tired of being in my masculine all the time, I really want to drop into my feminine, and I'm also tired of disappointing, maybe even painful sexual experiences. Maybe you feel tired of, partners that couldn't meet you in the way you desired. So when you become a sexual initiatress, this is the first step of that journey of stepping into that role of the sexual initiatress, is initiating yourself into your sexuality. Initiating yourself into your sexuality. And there's this beautiful quote that I love to share to conclude my invitation to you to join, is that when the woman awakens her sexuality, she becomes an initiatress. Because the sexual energy is so potent. It's the energy that lies on the feet of creation of this universe. Everything springs from the sexual energy. So when we connect with that in a way that we've never done before, we connect to a new power that maybe we didn't even know was inside of us. And then worlds open. It literally affects every area of your life. And this is what I've seen happening in the hundreds and hundreds of women that I trained, is that not only sexually they start to blossom, but it ripples outwards to every area of their life. Women that I coached, their businesses started to blossom because they finally came out of that masculine mindset and always doing and going and busy and to-do list and dropping into the feminine. And it's like you drop into your pleasure and you fuel the rest of your day with that. You fuel, like there's this aspect of both men and women that something starts to shine when this part opens, because for years we've been put to shame and guilt around being sexual as a woman. So if you feel tired of that, you want to stop holding back when it comes to expressing your sexuality freely, You don't want to feel worried if people are going to judge you or feel ashamed to like wear that sexy dress or upload that sexy picture, or just do what you want and be who you want to be. And you're just, you know, tired of having these insecurities of like, what are all the people going to think about me? So you're invited to join this amazing, beautiful group of women that are joining this training. And it would be really a pleasure from my side to guide you.